Hello and thank you for joining me for your daily tarot. So today we're taking a look at doing a self-love reading. Now I do need to give a bit of a trigger warning before I start these reads, okay? Because there could be something quite sensitive that comes out of these reads. So if you are feeling particularly sensitive or vulnerable at this point in time, then it's probably recommended that you give this one a skip. Okay, because these reads, they can be really similar to shadow work, and so some of the topics that they might be a bit, you know, close to the bone type thing. So if you don't feel that you're ready for that, then yeah, reconsider. Okay, so how you currently see yourself, and you've got the card of friendship. So you see yourself as someone who is a very good friend, as someone who is loyal, as someone who is honest, kind, with the blue flowers as well, that's sincerity. Okay, someone who is sincere in both their words and their actions. So there's probably been a topic of conversation that's been brought up about a friendship. Okay, perhaps someone hasn't been as loyal to you within a friendship as what you've been to them. Okay, especially as you've got two people in that card as well. This one is ruled by Cancer. So you could be a Cancerian. It's also got the moon. You could be a Cancer moon, or, you know, whoever this friend is or was, they could be a Cancer or a Cancer moon. Of course, I will shout out all of the zodiacs that I see that come out in this read, okay? What else for this friendship energy for our collective? Okay. The moon. There you go. Spooky, right? So there's a situation here, possibly, where you're in a situation where you have to keep a secret away from a friend. It could be something very hurtful. It could be something that's potentially going to cause them a lot of pain. And so now you're questioning your sincerity because you have to keep this secret. Or this could be vice versa. Maybe a friend has been keeping something from you here, and you feeling, I mean, that's going to bring up feelings of betrayal, right? So you could be feeling betrayed by this particular friend. Now, with that being the moon, that can indicate fears as well as secrets, okay? It's a deep emotional energy. It's often hidden energy as well. Why you're not prioritizing your own needs, you've got speculation, birth, romance, and endurance. There's quite a lot. So it's showing me that you're not prioritizing your own needs at this time because there's just not enough information, right? There's speculation here on the budding of a new romance. Too much speculation, right? Not enough evidence. And then with the endurance, that's like having to do something even though you don't want to do it, you know. So basically your attention right now is on someone else, is on this friend over here, instead of you focusing on yourself. So that's why you're not making yourself a priority right now. Can you tell us more about this energy, please? Can you tell us more? Hangman, yeah. Waiting for further information, waiting for facts, waiting for evidence. The Hanged Man, that can also be having to make a sacrifice. So is this a situation where you've had to sacrifice a friendship because they got involved with someone who is untrustworthy, should we say? It's possible. I mean, anything's possible. It's a general tarot read. It's just the way that this energy is reading. It's almost as if with this Hangman, you had to sacrifice this friendship, this relationship, because of their investment here with birth and romance with someone else. It's possible that this friend had a child with someone. And for whatever reason with this endurance, because he's literally wrestling with the lion, that's caused you pain. Somehow, it's caused you pain. What else? It's almost like you've had to take a step back from that friendship and go, do you know what? I have to just let them get on with it. So you've sacrificed that friendship there. Yeah, 9 of Swords. It has been the cause of a lot of grief and of a lot of stress. So it could also be a situation where you did a lot for this person. A lot. And it's almost like that there is a bit of punishing yourself here that's going on with this energy. Now that we're seeing all of the cards coming out, it does feel like you've been punishing yourself. Maybe you had to punish yourself in order to keep a hold of that relationship, that friendship. And then this is all played out here with them getting involved with someone else. So you're like, okay, this is where I step back. This is just too much for me now. This is another betrayal. This is a betrayal too far, you know. How can our collective show themselves that they're worthy, please? Yeah, so it might have been that you put all of your eggs in this person's basket. And with them doing that, it was akin to them smashing up all of your eggs, you know. Inheritance and protection for how you can show yourself that you are worthy. Yeah, well, the first message there is to come out of the confusion, because you've got the garden maze on that card. It's to come out of the confusion, to stop focusing on them. And even if you're like, well, I wasn't focused on it, but I am now because it's coming out with this read, then that's fair enough. You could have been focused on them subconsciously, if you recall, with that moon being one of your first messages. This has been bothering you on a subconscious level, if not consciously. Okay, so you are going to have to prioritize your own needs and take steps to protect yourself here. Okay, now in this protection card, it kind of looks like this person is shushing that child there. You know, it's kind of like, shush, I'm trying to put the baby to sleep. The baby's not going to sleep if you keep chatting, so shush. With that metaphor of like the finger up to the mouth with the shush, again, it reinforces the secrecy. All of the things that were done here behind your back in secrecy. It's telling me that it's time for you to wind down a bit, okay? It also indicates to be cautious of who it is that you're discussing your feelings with about this situation at this point in time. Because not everybody who is going to be willing to listen is necessarily going to be on your team, on your side, okay? Again, with that tiger, there's something that feels really predatory to me with this energy. So consider, if you were to speak about this incident with another friend, there's no guarantee that that other friend isn't going to run off to the original person and basically start shit stirring. Yeah. That could already have gone on though, because you do have inheritance here as well. I'm also reading this energy as you have to protect your inheritance. Now that could be your physical inheritance, like your material stuff, or that could be spiritual inheritance, because you've got a lot of moon symbology that's coming out of this read. Okay, a lot of moon symbology. So definitely do protect your heart, protect your space. and your emotions. Can you tell us more for our collective, please? And that castle as well. It's kind of like king or queen of your castle. Your sovereignty, your sense of self, yeah, the tower. Destructive forces. Okay. What's this destructive forces? The sun. The tower with the sun. So you can show yourself that you're worthy by reminding yourself that you're worthy. And it sounds really obvious when I put it like that, but it's like the tower with the sun. It's a promise of things getting better. Okay, it's also a reminder that this had to happen the way that it did. That this dissolution, if you will, of that friendship, it had to happen. It feels patronizing, but it's almost as if Spirit's saying it was for your own good. So there was something about that person that you used to call friend that wasn't very friendly. That's why they're saying it was, believe it or not, it was for your own good. It was so that we could help you protect your gifts, your spiritual gifts, so that we could help you to protect your future here with the tower and the sun. It kind of feels as if Spirit's telling you that if the situation hadn't have played out the way that it did when it did, it potentially would have ended up a damn sight worse than what it actually did, if you even thought that that was possible. Do you know what I mean? Okay. How can our collective be more authentic? Whoa. That was really quite abrupt, the way that they came out then. Okay, how can you be more authentic? You've got assertion and resourcefulness that have come out off center. Never be afraid to assert yourself. Okay, never be afraid to defend yourself and stand up for yourself. See how he's fighting that dragon? But remember that the energy came out off balance. The energy came out scattered. So when you do have to stand up for yourself, it leaves you feeling somewhat guilty. It leaves you feeling somewhat guilty. So there could be like a sacral chakra blockage that's going on, because that's the point of which guilt would be attached to if it were blocked. And you definitely do feel guilty whenever you have to stand up for yourself and assert yourself. You know, it makes you feel like you're being cruel. It makes you feel like you're being cold, mean-spirited. You might have even been accused flat out of being mean-spirited. And you're not mean-spirited at all, okay? Everybody has to defend themselves, because if you don't, who will? Yeah? So it is vital. It is vital that you take a closer look at why you feel guilty when situations call for you having to assert yourself. Why could that be? Now, only you can answer that for you, okay? And then you've got resourcefulness as well, which was also a scattered energy. You have information that you're not sharing. And it's time for you to share that information that you have about this person, about this situation. Okay? As hard as it's going to be, and it is going to be a challenge because he's literally fighting a dragon, you have to express the information that you have about this person and this situation. Now, how that's going to translate in real life, that I don't know. It's going to be different for all of yous. It could be writing a book, writing a song, anything that you can think of as a way for you to get this information out there. And the thing is as well, it's very likely that the information that you have is going to be helpful, very, very beneficial for other people on their own healing journeys as well. Okay? So never be afraid to speak out on your own life experiences, because you never know who it is that's listening. You never know who it is that it's going to help. See with that sun and how you've got all of these spirals connecting to the main central spiral? That's like the ripple effects. The ripple effects of your own life experiences. It's going to reach far. It's going to help so many people, and you're probably never going to know about them as well. And isn't that the most magical thing? Yeah. What else? What else for this energy, for our collective, please? Yeah, the Five of Swords. So it's like remembering your intent. Okay. When you're doing this, to be more authentic, standing up for yourself, remember your intent. When you're giving this information, this knowledge, this life experience to others, remember your intent. Now, no doubt, somebody, this ex-friend, this ex-whoever they are, no doubt, when they catch on that you have done this, they're going to take that as a personal attack against them. They will very likely make out like you're in some kind of competition with them. They're very well going to make out like you're doing it because you're mean-spirited. There's that word again. And you're not doing it for those reasons at all. Not at all. The Five of Swords, that indicates lose-lose. Lose-lose. So their opinion is going to be irrelevant. You lost when they did this to you. They lose when you start speaking your truth of what happened. It's a lose-lose situation. But you know what? Sometimes in life, shit just be that way. Do keep a tight grip on your intent behind doing these things. Intent is everything. What is it our collective is needing to release? I love that. I love when the cards come out before I fully formulated the question. Caution. You need to release being overly cautious. Okay? You're being asked to relax a little bit more into who you are. Relax a little bit more into what it is that you're wanting to say. And that is going to help you to articulate what you need to say. Okay? You can surrender and release being overly cautious. What else for our collective, please? Now, at this point in the read, you've got a lot of the zodiacs out, okay? You've got Taurus, Aries, Virgo. You've got Scorpio, Capricorn. Real heavy on the Cancerian energy, though. Really, really heavy Cancerian. Queen of Wands. For what you're needing to release. You're needing to release comparisons with others. Now that message comes out frequently in our self-love readings. It really, really does. Okay. The judgments of others as well is also another common one that comes out in these self-love readings. So I'm getting the message here of perfectionism. I don't know why that's coming through. I think it's because that woman, it's like she looks really perfect, right? It's like her figure is spot on, her hair is spot on, like her makeup and everything. Everything just looks perfect, right? So I feel that you're supposed to release this idea of perfection. Even though this one's supposed to be like magnetic and charismatic and confident, and you know, just because that's what you see on the outside, it doesn't mean to say that that's what's going on the inside, right? So whenever you see anybody that you admire because they have these qualities, including confidence, yeah, they look good, that they walk with power, they're incredibly confident, like they could speak to anybody, they don't seem to have any problems, you know. Next time you admire someone and you're thinking those things about them, just do keep in mind that they have got so many other things that's going on that's actually hidden. Okay, see how she's sitting there in the blackness? And again, you can reverse that, like you can invert that with the black and white. Whenever someone is admiring you for these perceived qualities that they're telling themselves that they don't have, they also should keep in mind that you're going to have other things that's going on hidden beneath the surface. Okay, so definitely do surrender this idea of perfectionism. Okay, what is it our collective is needing to acknowledge, please? What does our collective need to acknowledge? Something's wanting to jump, but the deck is undecided. There we go, versatility. So if you acknowledge how versatile you actually are, then you're already going to be giving yourself a really good head start. Okay. Bear in mind, you're not a one-trick pony. Which is fantastic, because who wants to be a one-trick pony? Nobody. Okay? You have to acknowledge that you are versatile. You are adaptable and flexible. Okay? That means any situation that comes your way, you're going to be able to weather it. You're always going to be able to adapt to the new situations as and when they present themselves to you. And that is a fantastic quality that, in all honesty, not many people have that. Not many people are able to adapt to harsher circumstances. And I say harsher because she's balancing on her hands. Oh, wrong camera. She's balancing on her hands, and there's sharp rocks down there. That's what's standing out for me in this card. There are sharp rocks. That's going to hurt. And yet that's something that you're able to do. And the freaky thing is, you make it look easy as well. Now, if more people on the planet had that ability to be versatile, to be adaptable, then the world would be more pleasant. It really would. What else? So Spirit's wanting for you to acknowledge the trials and tribulations that life has already thrown at you. and how you managed to adapt to that. You might not have wanted to, but you had to, and you did it. How do I know that? Because you're here right now. You're watching this reading. You made it. You survived. Ergo, you are versatile. What else? King of Wands. You need to acknowledge that you're more than capable of turning your hand to anything. Remember, you're not a one-trick pony. And the King of Wands is a go-getter. Man or woman, doesn't matter. Anything you turn your hand to with enough effort, you're going to be successful at doing. Okay? That's what Spirit's wanting for you to remember. We have a message from our collective spirit guides here, please. So for whatever reason, this situation with this ex-friend, whoever, has pulled out a lot of darkness, has brought up a lot of self-doubt, has made you question yourself to the point where you're feeling, I want to say the word useless. A message from your spirit guides is riches. Riches. You are more wealthy than you think you are. Now, obviously, they're not just speaking about material wealth. Yes, that could be a part of it. But I'm not feeling that so much for this reading. You are far more wealthy than you think you are. In fact, there's words written on this. It says Alpha of Omega. Alpha of Omega. And there's snakes. There's a lot of snakes. That could literally be betrayal. A lot of betrayals. You've had to rebuild after a lot of betrayals. This was just the latest in a very long line of betrayals. Or that could be a message of healing. Shedding of the old skin. Doing things differently. So, I just had to skip away from the camera there for a minute because I needed to go quickly research something to do with this reading. Okay. Now, obviously I have heard the term before, Alpha of Omega, but I don't understand what it is. So I had to go research it. Obviously I'm not a Christian, which is how I didn't know what it was. And it says that it means that God is infinite and eternal. Now, I don't like to use that word God because I don't find it to be very inclusive. I like to use the word universe in its place. And that's fine. Everyone's different, right? So the universe is infinite and eternal. Now, put it this way. You are a part of the universe. We are all made from stardust. All of us. That means we are all a part of the universe. Not apart from it, we are a part of it. Which means that you are infinite and eternal. And that's the message that your spirit guides are wanting to share with you today. That you are infinite and eternal. Now you've also got this cornucopia here as well, which is a really powerful ancient symbol of wealth, prosperity, abundance, riches. It indicates a bloody good harvest. After all of that hard work that you've been putting in, it is now harvest time. Okay. So again, whatever the word riches means specifically for you, that's what you can expect an abundance of. Again, for some it could be physical and material. It's not a problem. If that's what works for you, that's fine. I'm not going to judge. Okay? Your main message is you are a lot richer than you think you are. And you might have felt like you had lost everything when you lost this friend, when you lost this person. You felt like you lost everything. You felt like everything had been taken away from you. And to a certain extent, yeah, it was. It was. I'm not going to downplay your pain. I'm not going to sit here and do that. Okay? Never, never, never. Spirit's showing you, you didn't actually lose. You gained. After this tower fell, you gained the sun. The ability to grow. You gained peace, optimism, happiness. Now, when anyone brings you peace because of their absence, then you didn't lose them. And that's what Spirit's trying to tell you here. 7 of Wands off center. Yeah. Someone's just had their beliefs challenged. And it's painful. And you're being told that's okay. That's okay. You just got to give yourself time here. And you've got the symbol of protection there as well. So it's kind of like Spirit saying, look, please, we know how much you're hurting. You have to trust us that we did this for your protection. It's not like your guides or the universe took pleasure in it. It was necessary. Okay. Really powerful messages. What else? For our collective, please. What else? The eclipse and the rainbow bridge. So your eclipse is creativity, writing and expression. There it is. There it is. We've already had that message out for you. About how it's time for you to speak up. Express your life experiences. And it's to do with this situation. Either that's the next thing that you're needing to tackle and express, or that's the first thing that you're needing to tackle and express. Again, everyone's situation, like we're all on different parts of our timeline, okay? So take it as it resonates, but it is time. It is time. Get creative and express what you're needing to. The rainbow bridge, connection, hope and promise. This is a return of positivity. This is a return of good health. This is a return of your hope. It's very, very healing. Rainbows have always been messengers of hope. Okay? So it's kind of like Spirit's got you on a promise here. You know. It's like they're saying, well done. You've gone through this hardest moment of your life so far. It's been one of the hardest moments in your life up to this point. It's fantastic work. You've got to keep going. See that sun? You've got to keep going. You're on some kind of promise here. And again, whatever that promise is going to be different for all of you. Can you have a healing message for our collective, please? Healing message for our collective. Whoa. Sacred Path, Luminous Heart, Filling the Void, and Expansion. So we're going to take the full message for this one because that's the one that actually landed on the table. And then we're going to do these three intuitively, okay? Also, because I know someone's going to ask about the card decks. So this healing oracle is this one right here. And there is actually a link for this in my description box. It is an affiliation link. Okay, it's an absolutely beautiful deck. This one, I don't recall, I think it's Tarot of the Sun. And then we've got the Luminous Pathways Oracle. Okay. It's just because I know that someone's going to ask. Right, the Sacred Path, Luminous Heart, and Filling the Void. Well, first of all, it is time for you to fill the void, right? The void that this individual has left, right? Doesn't that kind of look like an eye? Looks like the iris of an eye. Again, confirmation that we all are a part of the universe. They're saying with this one that what you decide to do next is going to be completely up to you. Okay, there is a semblance of a return of self-control that's coming in with this void energy. Okay, it's like whatever you create next is completely up to you. It's like blank slate. They are warning against filling the void that this person has left in your life. They're advising against filling that with temporary solutions, such as substances, shopping, anything that potentially is going to turn into something dark. Okay. So that's not going to be the way to handle it. Luminous Heart, yeah, it's heart healing. Okay. Finding a healthy outlet for your pain here. And again, that healthy outlet is going to help you to fill that void. And Sacred Path. So something about this situation, it was part of your destined path with this person. Okay, now it's time for you to go through that portal. Because if you hang around here in this desert, metaphorical desert, it's not going to be of any benefit to you. I mean, you can see there's nothing there. There's nothing there of any substance. Okay, so it's time now for you to move on. It's time now for you to move through that portal and to see what else awaits you on the other side. And then expansion. Isn't that funny how I opened the book and you get karmic clearing? Yeah. So whoever this person is or was, yeah, they were part of your karmic journey. Okay, they brought with them a lot of karmic lessons. Okay, so expansion. Your soul is expanding in the most profound of ways. Your outer reality is beginning to reflect the transformational changes and shifts that have taken place on an internal level. As time moves on, you will begin to attract more abundance, more success and prosperity in your life. The expansive energy of this oracle brings forth good fortune, stability and wealth in all areas. That which you choose to focus on at this time will amplify and grow stronger. So use your power to propel you forward. You will soon see your relationships, your health, career and your finances improve. Now, is that or is that not a repeating message of the one that we've already had out for you? It's amazing. The expansion oracle may also indicate a time of legacy and inheritance, both material and immaterial. Perhaps you're considering how you can leave a lasting impact on future generations, either through financial planning or through passing down traditions and values that are significant to you. If you wish to make an impact on the world, then consider forming a charitable organisation or creating a piece of art, writing a book, or starting a business that will help others. Use your talents and resources to make a positive difference, whether it's through volunteering or simply offering a helping hand to someone in need. By being of service to others, you create a ripple effect of positive light that can spread far beyond your own community. There's actually quite a few repeating messages there, which is really intriguing, isn't it? I mean, because of the repeating messages, I'm legit going to struggle to elaborate further on that one without repeating again everything that we've just said. But basically, yeah, it's reinforcing that this situation that played out with this friend or whoever they are, it was supposed to happen. 100% it was supposed to happen, because it was supposed to take you down this path of doing something creative with that experience that ultimately is going to help the collective somehow on a spiritual and on a healing level. Okay. So yeah, that is what I have for you guys today. I genuinely hope that that reading has been helpful for someone. Don't forget to like the video if you did like it, and subscribe if you're wanting to see more. Information on how you can book a private reading with me, that can be found in my description box below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.